Hello travelers, welcome back to ImpactVerse and to another Genshin Impact update. Today, we'll be covering everything you need to know about the upcoming versions 5.2 and 5.3. From new characters to reruns, special events, and even some surprises, there's a lot to unpack, so stick around if you want to be fully prepared for what's coming next. Whether you're planning your primo gem spending or just curious about who's coming up in the next banners, we've got you covered. Let's get started. Remember that I will do a 5 Welkins giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment so you don't miss any information about Genshin Impact. Before we go over the banners for 5.2, let me remind you that this is all based on leaks and rumors, so none of this is guaranteed. Howeverse can change things anytime. Let's start with version 5.2, which brings some exciting new characters and a few unexpected reruns. In the first phase, we have 2 new characters, Chasca and Lini, and a 4-star character, Auroron. Chasca is a 5-star Anemo character with a very interesting playstyle. She doesn't switch elements like the Traveler, but she can swirl different elements into her attacks, allowing her to deal various types of elemental damage depending on the situation. This makes her incredibly versatile in combat, especially in elemental reaction-based teams. On top of that, she has the ability to fly for extended periods, even longer than Wanderer, which adds to her mobility and exploration potential. Alongside Chasca, we have Lini, a 5-star character who wields a bow user wielding the pyro element. Lini has already seen a few reruns in the past, but he remains a solid choice for players looking for a reliable pyro DPS character. Auroron, on the other hand, is a 4-star electro bow user. Despite being a 4-star, recent leaks suggest that Auroron will be a DPS character rather than a support, which is exciting for players looking for a strong electro damage dealer. Now, let's talk about the second phase of version 5.2, which brings us 2 fan-favorite characters, Novelette and Zhongli. These 2 will appear together in the same banner, which is an exciting and somewhat ironic combination. In the lore, Novelette, the Chief Justice of Fontaine, is set to judge Zhongli, the Geo Archon, making their appearance in the same banner an interesting twist. For players who missed them in previous updates, this is a fantastic opportunity to pull for 2 of the most iconic characters in the game. Novelette's inclusion makes sense as a way to drain our primo gems before Mavuika drops, but Lynette is a bit of an odd choice, since she's already had 2 banners. Most of you were hoping for an Arlecchino rerun, as he's only had 1 banner appearance and remains highly requested by the community. Novelette, a Hydro Catalyst user, excels at dealing massive AoE Hydro damage, while Zhongli remains the king of shields, offering unparalleled protection and geo support to any team. Whether you're looking to strengthen your defensive capabilities or add a strong Hydra unit to your roster, this banner is one to look out for. Plus, having both characters on the same banner means there's no need to choose between them, a rare and valuable opportunity, if you have primo gems of course. But while the 5.2 banners look solid, there are a few characters that some fans were hoping to see but won't be appearing this time around. Characters like Shinha and Risley, 2 powerful cryo users, are noticeably absent from this update. This is especially surprising given the upcoming buffs to cryo-related elemental reactions, which would have made their kits even stronger. These buffs will make cryo units much more viable in triggering reactions, like Superconduct and Melt, offering more damage potential for cryo teams. Many players expected Shinha or Risley to get a rerun in this patch, but unfortunately, they're not included. Howeverse ignoring the cryo element as usual. While it's disappointing for cryo fans, we can still expect these characters to make a return in future updates, especially with the strong emphasis on elemental reactions in this and future patches. So don't give up hope just yet. Moving on to version 5.3, things get even more exciting with the introduction of Mavuika and Citlali. Mavuika, the highly anticipated Pyro Archon, will finally be making her debut as a 5-star Claymore user. Mavuika's kit is expected to be extremely powerful, focusing on pyro damage with a versatile skill set. Her elemental skill and burst will likely deal consistent pyro damage both on and off field, making her a valuable addition to any team focused on elemental reactions. At higher constellations, Mavuika could become a game-changing character, delivering massive pyro damage and supporting her team with powerful buffs. Meanwhile, Citlali is another 5-star character arriving in 5. 5.3, and she's a cryo catalyst user. Citlali's abilities focus on providing off-field cryo damage while also shielding her teammates. Her shield is stronger than Layla's, but not as strong as Zhongli's, making her a solid choice for players who want a balance of offense and defense. She excels in team compositions that rely on cryo reactions like melt and freeze, offering consistent cryo application to trigger those elemental effects. There have been some recent leaks suggesting possible changes to the 5.3 banner lineup. Initially, both Mavuika and Citlali were expected to appear in the second phase of the update, but new information hints at a potential delay for Mavuika's banner. This could be due to the upcoming Lantern Rite event, where we might see characters like Madame Ping making an appearance instead. However, it's important to take these leaks with a grain of salt, as nothing is fully confirmed yet. Some sources suggest that Mavuika's banner might be pushed back to a later update to align with future events, but we'll have to wait and see. As for reruns in 5.3, we can expect some familiar faces to return. Xian Yun, who was originally part of the Lantern Rite last year, is likely to make a comeback during this event. Many players have been waiting for her rerun, and it makes perfect sense for her to appear in the 5.3 banners. There's also speculation that Risley might finally get his first rerun in this patch, as he's been repeatedly skipped since his release in version 4.1. In addition to the regular banners, we're also getting the return of the Chronicled Wish banner in version 5.3. This special banner includes characters from Liyue who have appeared in previous event wishes but not recently. We can expect to see characters like Xiao, Baizhu, Ganyu, and possibly even Keqing in this banner, giving players another chance to pull for these powerful units. While Hu Tao is unlikely to be included due to her recent appearance in other banners, this lineup still offers some great options for Liyue fans. Finally, let's touch on the Harbingers and Capitano. Many players have been eagerly waiting for Capitano to become a playable character, but recent leaks suggest that he will remain an NPC in the Natlan region. While this news is disappointing for those hoping to see him in the game, it opens up the possibility for other Harbingers to make their debut instead. Characters like Columbina could be next in line, especially with the ongoing Natlan storyline folding. That wraps up everything we know so far about versions 5.2 and 5.3 in Genshin Impact. With exciting new characters like Mavuika, Citlali, and major reruns coming soon, there's a lot to look forward to. Whether you're planning to pull for these new additions or saving your primo gems for the Chronicled Wish banner, now is the time to strategize. Let me know in the comments which characters you're most excited about, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with all the latest news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, travelers.